So you guys, we got to talk about this. So breaking news, LiAngelo Ball has just signed with the G League to play for this upcoming season that will be hosted in the Orlando bubble, just like how the NBA did not too long ago. So before I start this video, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at _theonlywallace, and also go subscribe to my second channel called 10K Wallace Vlogs. Now let's get to the video. So first, you guys, man, I had to hurry up and just make this for y'all just because, yo, I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited because I knew this was coming. About 2 weeks ago, I made a video talking about which G League team should sign LiAngelo Ball. If you guys have not seen that video, make sure you guys go check it out. I will put the link in the description box below. Honestly, that video should definitely have more views because I was explaining to you guys on which G League teams should sign LiAngelo Ball. So it's crazy how he now is about to play in the G League bubble because he's really finna sign to one of these G League teams I was telling y'all about. So make sure you guys go check that video because he's going to be signed to one of these teams. So I'm very excited. I knew he was going to be playing in the G League because I was explaining to you guys during my previous videos on what he got to do next. And as you can see, now he's about to play in the G League bubble. Now, before I even talk about these teams that's going to be playing in the G League bubble, and actually the teams that I feel like should give LiAngelo Ball a chance and sign him, I just want to explain to you guys what's going on with the G League. So they have decided to start the G League bubble. It will be starting in February. Now here's the schedule so far for this year. On January 11th, the 2021 G League draft will be starting. So on January the 19th, that's when the players can go home and just do what they gotta do, get ready for the G League bubble. Then on January the 26th, that's when the teams arrive at the bubble in Orlando. So that's when LiAngelo Ball, he's going to be entering the bubble. And on February the 8th, that's when they're starting the season. Then until March the 5th through the 9th, that's when the playoffs start. So LiAngelo is going to be playing in the bubble from January to March. And you want to know what's crazy? Last year when he was playing with the OKC Blue, he was supposed to have his G League debut around like March the 14th, and that's when the NBA season got postponed. So it's just so crazy how a year later he's finally getting his opportunity. He is finally getting his opportunity, man. Like, I'm really excited because I knew he was going to get on a G League team eventually. After he signed with the Detroit Pistons, I was telling y'all, his name is already in the market. These teams are not scared to contact him no more. I understand that he got waived from the Detroit Pistons basketball team, which still makes me kind of mad, but at the same time, it did help him out because he actually made it to that level. He made it to that point of his career as I'm actually a NBA player. He signed a real NBA contract, so that means he's a real free agent. And that's what I was telling y'all about. Ever since he signed with the OKC Blue, at first he was a practice player, but then he signed a real contract to play for the remainder of the season with that team. So he was a free agent already being in the G League, and that's why the Detroit Pistons, they hit him up and signed him to a non-guaranteed contract because he was already a free agent playing with the OKC Blue. But since he didn't make the team with the Detroit Pistons, now it's like he's a free agent again. And that's how he ended up signing with the G League to play in the bubble because he's a free agent, like I said. And I ain't gonna say it no more because he's finna sign with a new G League team, and I'm expecting him to actually stay with a team until he can make the actual NBA. Because yo, at this point, LiAngelo Ball, you have to do your thing. You finna play in the G League bubble. This is the Disney World bubble, the same bubble that all these NBA players played at. These courts are a little smaller, so LiAngelo Ball better not have no trouble making these threes. He better be coming off these screens, these pick and rolls. He better be shooting the lights out. He better not be holding back. I don't want LiAngelo Ball to hold nothing back. He's finna play at the NBA bubble. If y'all know how these courts are, man, these courts are not that big. I'm just gonna let y'all know. So LiAngelo Ball, bro, ball out. And on top of that, you finna be in a resort. You finna be isolated. You just gonna be with your team. So it's just like no distractions at all. LiAngelo Ball, man, the NBA, your roster spot is right in front of you. You just gotta earn it. You gotta grab it. That's all he gotta do at this point. He just gotta grab it. But he gotta perform. He gotta show out first. He gotta show everybody what he's about because they're now giving him a real opportunity to show the world what you're about. So now that he's about to play in this G League bubble, LiAngelo Ball, he know exactly what he got to do. And I'm happy they starting this G League bubble because I feel like this is perfect. This is 100% perfect for him to just get himself prepared, like for real. And not even just him, other G League players, because there's a lot of G League players that will be getting drafted in January before the bubble even starts. So Not even for LiAngelo, just for G League players in general. This is dope, and I'm really happy that the NBA and the G League has set this up. And also, when I look at the list with all the teams that will be competing in this bubble, not every G League team will be competing due to financial situation and all that. But like I said, when I look at the list, a few teams that I already mentioned in my previous video that should already sign LiAngelo was the 905 Raptors, the Santa Cruz Warriors, and also the OKC Blues. So all three of those teams will be competing in this G League bubble. And it's crazy because my previous video, those are the three teams that I said that should be willing to sign LiAngelo Ball. So don't be surprised if he end up signing with one of those three teams, like for real. But there are other teams that's also competing, such as the Lakeland Magic, Long Island Nets, Salt Lake City Stars, you know, a whole bunch of different G League teams. And also, when I look at the list with all the teams that will be competing in this bubble, not every G League team will be competing due to financial situation and all that. But like I said, when I look at the list, a few teams that I already mentioned in my previous video that should already sign LiAngelo was the 905 Raptors, the Santa Cruz Warriors, and also the OKC Blues. So all three of those teams will be competing in this G League bubble. And it's crazy because my previous video, those are the three teams that I said that should be willing to sign LiAngelo Ball. So don't be surprised if he end up signing with one of those three teams, like for real. But there are other teams that's also competing, such as the Lakeland Magic, Long Island Nets, Salt Lake City Stars, you know, a whole bunch of different G League teams. The Rio Grande Valley Vipers, the Salt Lake City Stars. I remember mentioning the Rio Grande Valley Vipers before in one of my videos as well about possibly signing LiAngelo Ball. So Rio Grande Valley Vipers, I'm gonna put them on my list as well. And another team that I saw is Team Ignite, the G League select team with Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga, Kai Soto, and all those guys. So they're going to be competing in the G League bubble as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned because y'all know I already update y'all on those guys. So I'm definitely going to be making a whole bunch of more and new videos with the G League bubble because Jalen Green and all them going to be there as well. So, hey, Team Ignite going to be there, including LiAngelo Ball. Yo, this is going to be lit. Y'all finna get a lot of fire content from me in the future, man. Just stay prepared, you guys. But I'm very excited on which team LiAngelo Ball is going to sign to. Man, there's a few teams that's going to be competing, so I'm not 100% sure on which team he's going to go. But whichever team he do sign to, he better be a starter. He better get at least 20 to 25 minutes playing time per game. And he better just get the opportunity that he deserves, for real. And during this G League bubble, it seems like they're going to be playing 12 to 15 games throughout the entire regular season before the playoffs. So whichever team he do sign with, hopefully they're good enough to win these games so they can make it to the playoffs, because I would love to see LiAngelo Ball play in the playoffs during this G League bubble. What if he actually win a ring in the G League bubble? That would be unreal. That would be unreal. What if LiAngelo Ball wins a ring in the G League bubble, then he signs to an NBA team? Now that would be lit right there. That would be a lit way to make it to the NBA. Definitely after what the Detroit Pistons did to him, because we all know the Detroit Pistons, man, they messed up for that. And it sucks that they lost their future star player Killian Hayes. He went down to like a serious hip injury, I believe. So hey man, y'all should have just signed LiAngelo Ball. But at the end of the day, yo, his time has finally came once again. It is time for him to show out. I know he's really excited for this opportunity because, yo, he has been waiting too long. Who has been waiting longer than LiAngelo Ball at this point? Like, for real. This man has received so many opportunities, but it was always something that messed it up. And sometimes it wasn't even his fault at all. So he really got to be ready. There's no excuse at this point. You finna be in Orlando. You finna be at a resort with your team. You finna be isolated. It's going to be nothing but strictly hooping. Hooping, getting sleep and rest, eating, working out. The same thing like how all these other NBA players just had to deal with going through the bubble since July last year. They was in the bubble from like July to what? August or September. So that's a few months. So LiAngelo, man, you know what you got to do. You know exactly what you got to do. I want you guys to leave y'all comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this. How do y'all feel about this G League bubble? And which team would y'all like to sign LiAngelo Ball? In my opinion, the two teams that I would like for him to play for will be the 905 Raptors and also the Santa Cruz Warriors. And if I had to choose between those two teams, I would say the Santa Cruz Warriors. Just because seeing how Steph Curry's career has just went up tremendously after he played with the Santa Cruz Warriors, I feel like LiAngelo Ball could do the same thing because he had really similar games to Steph Curry. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, they're a good organization. So we just got to see. But I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you press the notification button. Ticket Game, we out.